What's up, guys? Good morning to everyone. Just got back from the cruise and we're over here at Gina Cavitt's house once again. I had to redo that trench that we had coming around for the auto top-off line coming to the spillway bowls. That's what I've been working on this morning. Plus, I've got another update I got to share with all you guys. Let me flip this camera around. I'm going to tell you about it. So as I was just mentioning, we did have the trench coming and planning to run around kind of where my finger's going, right around and come to the back end of that basin right here. Well, we weren't going to be able to pull that off. So I ended up having to fill all that in and re-dig that trench to come around all of this. And as you can see, that's going to be lead right over here. I've got this basin exposed now so you guys can kind of see this. So here's the basin that all the water, as you can see, that's overflowing out of these bowls. Let me just pause right here for about 3 or 4 seconds. See all that water overspilling, guys? And that is overspilling down within this basin, which this basin is what contains the pump and everything. You can kind of see the wires down in there. So that auto top-off line is going to run to right there. And then the big update that I got to share with you. Unexpectedly this morning on the way to the job site, as a matter of fact, Gina called me. And guys, you see, originally I had designed this job to have those spillway bowls and also to have some of our basalt columns, which are some of my favorite fountain features that we have. Gina told me that she feels like she wants to have something over here on this right side to kind of even out what we put on the left side over there with the bowl. Sorry for jumping back and forth on you. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to work on right here, and I've got to be really, really careful here, guys, because see, our plumbing is coming right out of there, and as you can see, it's coming through that basin, and it's coming all the way up through here and around. And I'm probably going to have to move this tree right here, because you see, I want to try to do this right here in alignment with these spillway bowls to kind of keep everything symmetrical. I'll run over here real fast to kind of give you a shot to see what I'm talking about from back here. So look. So if you can imagine from right here, we've got the spillway bowls here. So just kind of evenly come over there, right about where I've got that tree. Imagine 3 of our basalt columns sitting there just going crazy, throwing water all over the place. Because stay tuned. That's exactly what I'm about to get to work on, is getting our basin area laid out. And I'm afraid that I'm going to only be able to go down so far because of those lines. And then I'm going to add some of our setting rock right here and get all that leveled up. And probably going to have to take some of that dirt over there, which we still have to bring over here anyways. And I'm probably going to be able to get this so low, and then I'm going to build the rest of it up with that dirt. So stay tuned, guys, and I'm going to get back at it. And we'll talk to you whenever we got some progress made. Appreciate you following along. Missed all you guys. And we'll talk to you soon. So I don't know if you guys can see behind me there or not. But it's going to be just about in perfect alignment with those spillway bowls. So stay tuned. This big old heavy shovel will kill you. It's going to look pretty killer though when we're finished. Can't wait to show you. Well, I've about got this basin dug as low as I can get it, because I got the lines exposed now and I've lost my pants. I got so friggin' hot. And the coolest part about working on a pond like this and losing your pants is that whenever you get tired, you just kick back and relax in the water. Take a little break here, listen to the waterfalls. Check this out. Oh man, zapped. Been digging just shy of 3 hours straight. Come back from a cruise and dig for 3 hours straight, and probably got another 1 to 2 hours left of these waterfalls, guys. Just sitting here and enjoying this cool water right now. Nice clear day today. One good thing about this job site, the majority of it stays shaded throughout the day till about 1:30 or 2 p.m. So at least we're not sitting here getting cooked, because everybody knows almighty whitey tanner here, I can't handle the sun. It fries me. I don't get tan. Although you can find the darkest person you can find, and I'll still be tanner. You all know that. So just want to sit here and take a little quick break, cool off, and go over here and finish digging that basin here in just a second. I gotta go home and get all that stuff. Like I said, that was completely unexpected this morning, so can't wait to show you guys. Like I said, the basalt columns and the spillway bowls are probably my two favorite fountain features, so just stay tuned, guys, and hopefully we'll have you a video by the end of the day that's gonna blow your socks off. See ya. Okay guys, now you can see that both of the main lines for the plumbing of the pond and waterfalls is showing there. I've went ahead and tamped that dirt there with that tamper on both sides. And what I'm about to do next is go get several bags of our rock that we like to put in the bottom. And then we're going to tamp all that and get all that nice and level before we put our basin into the ground. Stay tuned. And I just want to show you guys real quick. I always like to go with the Quickcrete all-purpose gravel to use as our setting layer. And what I'm going to do now is simply just toss all these bags in here. Probably won't use all 4 of them yet, but and once I get these leveled out, that will be what we use as our foundation, of course, to sit our basin on. Okay, be careful, I've already busted those getting them out of the van, so stay tuned and I'll show you what that looks like when all that is nice and level before we put anything in it. Okay guys, this isn't 100% level yet. Just wanted to give you a quick visual of what it should look like whenever you get your layer of gravel in the bottom. I'm going to run to the house real quick and pick up the Basalt Column Kit. Then I'll head back over here and we'll pick back up right here where we left off. Stay with us. Guys, I am blown away. About to pull out of my garage right now. I just ran home real quick, loaded up that Basalt Column Kit. I picked that, it's 3 different columns, okay? You'll see here just shortly in this video. Just hold tight. Largest, medium, smallest. You got me. I went to pick up that first one, the largest one. Stuck these 2 fingers in symmetrically on both sides. Got a hole all the way through it. The water flows up through. I went to lift that thing up and I said, are you serious? I got my feet positioned, got them planted good, got me a good deep breath. Went to torque it. That thing barely even budged. I seriously had to get with it. I don't know what that thing weighs. Maybe one of my buddies can tell me. That large basalt column, and the medium and the small one, I never, ever would have dreamed would have been that heavy. Stay tuned, you ain't gonna believe how awesome these things look. I love them. Hey guys, here we are back at the job site. Drew just got the basin in the hole there, and I've got the level here. We're getting ready to level all this up. I'm gonna flip it around and show you these basalt columns. These trenches that you see here are for our auto top-off lines, but here is the large, medium, and small basalt column. The water will be just gushing out of the tops of those, and they will be sitting on that basin there. So we're going to get to work, like I said, leveling everything up, and then we will talk to you shortly. So once Drew and I finished getting that basin level, we went ahead and got all 3 of the basalt columns now, and we've got them staged, and we've been twisting them and turning them, trying to find the exact positions that we like, and we're pretty sure we're going to go with this setup right here. Just wanted to show you guys. And what comes next, once you've gotten your columns set however you want to set yours, you've got to get everything drilled for your plumbing. So we're getting ready to do that next. So stick with us and you'll get to see that. Right. So guys, right now what we're doing is drilling the holes here. Let's see, I don't even know what size hole saw I'm using, but just using a hole saw to drill the holes where our lines are going to come up through here and go into the bottom of our basalt columns. Keep in mind, if you're doing one of these installs yourself, do not drill anywhere that it says do not drill, because wherever it says do not drill is where a support bracket is, and you do not want to drill through that. And Drew and I have got a little technique going here, so we're just going to show you. So Drew's getting a little bit of dust in his hand. He's dropping it inside this hole, because right here is where we already had them staged. And once I drilled these holes, I just simply laid them over real easy. And as he's about to do right now, and watch, where he just dropped that dirt, tells us exactly right here where we need to drill this hole, which I'm going to go ahead and do right now and try to get this on tape for you. So, I'm going to put it about right there in that edge. Just like that. So that's going to be our 1, 2, 3 holes right there. And we're going to go ahead and run some pipe up through there into them, get them foamed, and we're going to put a little bit of gravel right here, the same gravel that we used in the bottom of this basin hole to set it right here for these things to set up on. Stay with us. Okay, Drew is currently working on the pump, and the pump, what he's doing right now is connecting a 3-way splitter. So if you'll notice, here's where the water comes up out of the pump. It's going to go here. It's going to be discharged 3 separate ways. That's going to go to each of our 1, 2, 3 basalt columns. And if you'll look, we've got a valve on top of each one that we can adjust the flow rate and get these things popping exactly the way we want to. So let's let him get this finished up. We'll get these lines ran and we'll show you a little more. So what we just did, guys, we've got the pump now installed down here. We went ahead and got the first line ran. It's running over and out this first hole. And we measured about 16.5 inches right here. Measured 16.5 inches from here. And that's where we made our cut. And now the end of this pipe is going to be going into the insert of the bottom of that hole right here. And once it gets up in here, I'm going to be putting some of our Aquascape pond and waterfall foam sealant up in here. Once that cures right here, that's going to give us a watertight seal that this water is going to be able to only come up and out the end. So stay tuned, we got to do the line number 2 right now. So guys, we're cutting the 3rd line right now as we speak. There we go. So now you see 1, 2, 3 to go to the 1, 2, 3. And then if I can get you a shot right now of our splitter down here with the 3 lines on it. Just like that, guys. And then once we get everything plugged up, we'll be able to adjust the flow via the flow knobs that I showed you earlier that are on the other side here. I'm not sure if you guys can see them, but stay with us. You'll get to see it in action soon enough. So Drew is making a base layer now of the setting rock. Just sprinkling it all along right there where we're getting ready to stand these up. We're going to smooth all that out nice and level and stand these things up, and that's going to give us a little bit more securement so that they don't rock at all whenever we get everything stood up in place. Stay with us. Now that we've gotten our base layer of rock in place, this is our Aquascape pond and waterfall foam sealant I was just mentioning to you. Drew's running the lines up inside there, and I'm getting ready to simply foam around the bottoms of these once the lines are put in. So stick with us here and you'll get to see that done in just a second. Now you guys can see what it looks like now that they're all stood up in place. The lines are all ran down inside them here. You can see the tops of them a little bit, or at least I can. I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera. And you can see why that we put the leveling rock and our setting rock right here at the bottom, so that whenever we get these things in place where we want them, we can work these rocks up underneath them as best as we can so that they don't have any wiggle or as little wiggle as possible, in which these things are going to get secured up even more once we go around it here just momentarily with all of our Indian Creek River rock that you see around the border so far. So stay with us, and that's probably what we're going to do next. So what we're going to do right now is run over here to the Cleveland Greenway and see if we can find a cool looking log over here by this kind of this spot by this bridge that always dams up. I've got a couple nice pieces of driftwood there before. We're going to run over here real quick, see if we can find one, because we're literally about 2 minutes away from it. And I think that'll be a perfect addition to hide the front of that basin area that we just installed. So, woo! Stay with us. We're going to run over there and see what we can find. So we didn't have a lot of luck at the one spot that I go to on the Greenway. So we went over to Tinsley Park and I walked up and down the creek bank, and I had to wade all the way across to the other side, and I found a couple nice pieces of driftwood. I'm going to stage them up here in a minute, build some more of this dirt up. Probably get a little moss. We're getting ready to bring all the Indian Creek rock over to do all the backfill around this. And we've been sitting here tweaking all the plumbing on this. Let me back up and give you guys a better shot. Really liking the water flow of the basalt columns. Gives an awesome, awesome fountain feature to any project. Lots of nice sound that'll be coming from those. And then stay tuned, we're going to dress these bad boys up. Okay guys, it's now 10 minutes after 7 o'clock this evening, Tuesday afternoon. I'm going to flip it around. Just wait, baby. Boom! Check that out. Let me just stop right here and let you see it. And before I even go further and start telling you about it, they've still got to come back and mulch around the back side of everything and add a little bit more mulch in here. And that can actually be covered up with mulch right there as well, Gina. We do not need to access that any longer. And I'm only referencing to the green lid. Do not cover up the dosing system right here, please. Guys, you're looking at the Aquascape Mongolian Basalt Columns. Check it out. And if you're curious about what our Aquascape spillway bowls look like, well, let's just take a little tour to the left. I'll go ahead and tell you guys right now, you're going to see some green algae. If any of you have ever had fish tanks in your life, then you know whenever you set up a fish tank initially, you've got to let that tank cycle before you add any fish to it, or whenever you have your ammonia spike, you will lose all your fish. Well, right now, this being a brand new pond, a brand new ecosystem is being born. There is bacteria forming as we speak on every single pebble and rock and boulder that you see within this water column. And as all that bacteria gets established, it will eat and filter all this algae and stuff out of this water. And also, whenever we get aquatic plants put into this feature and koi fish, the ecosystem will be complete. And like I said, water clarity is not an issue at all. I'm just going ahead and pointing out the obvious that yes, there is a little bit of green algae on the rocks right now. This brand new pond is still cycling. And I'll give you another little shot over here of these basalt columns. You can see these pieces of wood here that Drew and I went over to Tinsley earlier and got. 1, 2, 3, that actually looks like the kind of the same piece of wood there. But we got another nice piece over here that we added. I went ahead and got a little bit of moss added around those pieces of wood. Got all the Indian Creek around those. I had to dig that tree up because it was right there. I moved it and replanted it right here. I'm just going to stand here and let you guys see them for a moment. I may go a little closer to let you guys pick up on the sound. Sorry, Drew. Drew was getting a couple shots on his phone as well. Let me move a little closer here so you guys can hear this. See guys, we have tons and tons of customers that get these fountain kits just by themselves. You could imagine how much pizzazz that would add right there next to your front door entryway. Or say you've got a favorite sitting spot on your back porch or back deck. You got a little corner you like to add this next to give you the sound of running water. It's perfect, guys. And right now, all that's left on this in particular install is hooking up the automatic water top off line, which it will arrive Thursday. And also Drew's going to work his magic and do the lighting on it. And I think he's going to do all of that Thursday. So once again, all that's left is the lighting and the auto top off. Now I'm going to back up and trying to just go down there and give you a shot of the full job real quick. And Drew and I got to get stuff loaded up, guys, and get out of here. We are zapped. We've been here since a little after 8 o'clock this morning. It's been nearly a 12-hour day. And any of you know your first day back from vacation, ain't none of you worth the crap. I know you're not. And I'm not either. And I just got back from vacation after 5 p.m. yesterday. We've been in Cozumel, Mexico. My kids and I went. My wife and all her friends were on a work trip. They thought they were going to go and leave us at the house. I said, baby. If you're going on vacation, Daddy's going on vacation too. Booked us a freaking ocean suite. We've had a blast. It's only the second cruise we've ever been on. God almighty, I love those spillway bowls, guys. And right now we've got the lid off of those, and once again we still got the basin exposed because right in here, he's got to get the auto top off connected there Thursday for it as well. We're waiting on a piece to arrive to connect that. So once again, guys, both auto top offs to the spillway bowls and the basalt columns will arrive Thursday, along with everything else needed to connect all that together. And Drew's going to take that, get that taken care of, as I personally will be in Alabama working on a pond near Gulf Shores somewhere. I'm not even exactly sure. I'm going to be going with the owner of Aquascape, Greg, and I, Ed Ballou. In my opinion, you know, those are the best. Greg Wickstock and Ed Ballou is going to be a privilege to work with. I can't wait to see what all we're going to get to do and what all I'm going to learn, and just looking forward to it, guys. So Ed and Greg, if you're watching this video, can't wait to get started on the project Thursday. Looking forward to it, guys. Really looking forward to it. I'm going to back up on the other side of the pool real quick before I cut the camera off, guys. Give you guys a full shot. And then we're going to be out of here for this evening. Gina, I hope you love everything. I was as surprised this morning as Drew was whenever you said you wanted us to do the basalt columns. Wasn't even prepared to do those today. I had to run home and get all that. I've got all that in this video, I believe. I don't believe I've skipped a step, guys. So for all of you interested in possibly doing these on your own, you can order all the parts you need from me and feel free to do it yourself. Let me back up just a little bit, see if I can get that in the full shot. May try to take a knee here just to show it all to you. I'm just going to hold right here. Gene, I really love the flowers you guys planted while I was gone. If you guys will notice all these little reds and stuff you're seeing right here, that looks really, really pretty. And for all of you watching, please visit us online at pondartist.com. Artist is plural. You can set up your consultation with me. I'll be glad to come out and get everything set up and take a look at what all we can create in your yard. You're also welcome to call me on my cell phone at 423-503-0512. And you know I always appreciate every single one of you. And we'll talk to you all tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.